So in this video, we're going to solve the problem that if we click down and we have two threes and we might want a 2 instead and a 3 automatically instead of having to click 2. So what we first have to think about is what are we actually doing? And this is actually, if we move 4 to 3, 4 becomes the new 3 and 3 becomes the new 4. If we move 3 to 2, 2 becomes the new 3 and 3 the new 2. So therefore, we actually have to save the number of the current item and give this number to the other item, which is one below it. So how will this work? So let's start with moving it down one. We're going to actually have to create a state to save something. We can select the repeating group to save the state in, and the state, we can call it order number, it's type number. And we take the current cells to do's order number. This is the one we're going to save. We're going to have this as step 1. And then we're going to have to make changes to a certain to-do. Which to-do? We take the entire repeating group's list of to-dos. And within this, we look for the one to-do, which is, we're moving it down, so from 2 to 3. So we want to then change 3 to 2. So we take the one whose order number is the repeating group states, which we set in step 1, order number plus 1. And then we have to take the first item because we can only change one thing. Okay, and then the order number of this becomes, again, the repeating group to-do's order number. Okay, so we've set the state to the order number of the initial thing we're moving down. We then take the one thing which is one below it. So for example, if we want to move 2 down to 3, we take 3, and 3 becomes a new 2, and then 2 has to become the new 3. So 2 becomes the new 3. So this should work. We can then copy this action to the other button. Making sure to get the order right. And here we do a minus instead of a plus as we're moving something up. And then this should work. So we move 3 and this fits. Well, we move something down, this works. Now what we maybe do not want is that 4 becomes 5, or that 1 becomes 0. So what we can do here is we can add conditions. So we can move it up only when the current cell's to-do's order number is greater than 1. Can we move it up? Or only when the current cell's to-do's order number is smaller than the current user's to-do's users count. This is right. So the current cell's to-do's order number is, let's say, 5, and only if 5 is smaller but not equal to 6, then it works. Okay, yeah, this should work. Let's test it. So we can move 3 to 2, 2 to 3, but we should not be able to further move it. This works. And we should be able to move 3 down to 4, but 4 not to 5. And it works. Cheers.